We visited the Memphis Zoo on June the 7th, 2024, and it was a very hot day. This zoo is a rather large zoo, but it does have a pretty well defined loop around the zoo. Unfortunately, they have an area closed as they're creating new adventures there, so we weren't able to see some of the things like the aquarium or the round barn. Let's head on in and start looking around. First up, we'll look at the animals of the night. They leave the lights on for the first about an hour and a half, then they turn them off. This is the only place you can see bear couscous in the entire United States. Now we'll be moving over to the Primate Canyon. The black and white colobus monkeys, they have a baby playing up in the structure. The northern white-cheeked gibbon, the male is black and the female at maturity is white. Babies are born black. There are 5 species of flamingos in the world, and we're going to be looking at 2 of those today. The first one that we'll be looking at is the larger one, the Chilean flamingo. It has a white bill with a black tip, and then we'll look at the lesser flamingo, which is a little smaller, and its black runs all the way up to its eye on its bill. So this one here in front is a lesser flamingo, and the 2 in the back are Chilean flamingos. Again, here we have a lesser flamingo and a Chilean flamingo. Now we head over to Teton Trek to look at the animals of the northwestern United States. These antlers are just growing. They're still not full size, as you can see from the velvet on them. Swim. Next we head over to Northwest Passage and look at the animals basically of Alaska. The whole area is themed to look like an Alaskan Indian village.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Memphis Zoo. My name is Tim, and I'm going to introduce you to some of our California sea lions. But now we do have a total of 8 sea lions here at the zoo, but some are taking the show off right now. But I'll introduce the 3 girls that we have out here for you this morning. Over there on that island, facing the amphitheater, that is Tiva. Tiva is 11 years old. She was born here in Memphis. The other sea lion here on land is Pearl. Pearl is 20 years old. She is just temporarily visiting us. She came to us from the Oklahoma City Zoo. They are doing some renovations to their sea lion pool, so Pearl's just hanging out with us until those renovations are done. And then down there on the lower rock, that is Buttercup, and Buttercup is 9 years old. Now these guys are California sea lions, and they are members of the pinniped family. Pinniped is just a fancy word for mammals with flippers. Now there are different kinds of pinnipeds out there, and sometimes people do get some of them confused. The one they confuse the most often with our sea lions is the seal. And our girls do get very embarrassed if somebody calls them a seal. But there's actually some pretty easy ways to tell them apart. One way is to take a look at the size of their heads. Our sea lions have an external ear flap. Seals do not have that little flap of skin. A seal's ear is just a depression in the sides of its head. They can hear just fine, they're just lacking that little flap of skin. Another big difference is how they move on land. You can see our sea lions have those big, long, strong front flippers. They can rotate their hind flippers underneath them, so when they're on land, they look like they're walking on all fours. In comparison, seals have very short front flippers, and they cannot rotate those hind flippers. So when a seal is on land, they are low to the ground, and they get around by scooching along. Now you might be wondering, how do we get our sea lion to do the things that we're asking? Our training program is based on operant conditioning. Simply put, when we ask for behavior, if they do the right thing, they get a reward. Now we do train 2 different kinds of behaviors. One we call husbandry behaviors, and those are the things that help us and our veterinary staff take really good care of these guys. We can check them all over for any sort of injury or illness. We can do things like voluntary x-rays, voluntary ultrasounds. Pearl is going to practice some ultrasound here. We practice these behaviors all the time, so that if we ever need them for a real situation, the animals are completely comfortable with having these things done with them. Now we also take a good look.
They have 5 African elephants. This one's name is Daisy. Note how she uses her trunk to pull up the grass to eat. Out taking the mud bath, that's Bambi. And then on the other side of the pen we have a Saley, which is the closest one, and the one in the back is called Costi. I'm not sure what the marks on the rhinoceroses are. It looks like they've been treated for something. The next section we'll look at is the Zambezi River Hippocamp. And we look at the Nile hippos. Now remember, hippos cannot swim. They walk on the bottom. So if they can't reach their nose up to get air, they'll drown. Then we move over to China. They used to have the giant pandas here, but now they're gone back to China. So we look at the other animals from that area. No. The Francois Langers have a baby playing and eating. They have a water park play area where the children can come and play. Right now, it's off time. And then we move into the herpetarium and look around there for a few minutes. when we come out of the herpetarium, they brought a Virginia possum out to walk around to let the people see it. It's very tame. And now we head into the tropical birdhouse. These doves have almost a full-grown chick sitting between them. And would you look at the mohawk on that bird? He looks almost like a hippie. Our last area to look at is cat country. this brings us to the end of our zoo trip.